Welcome to the presentation portion of the SNARS monthly meeting on June the 3rd, 2023.
You're gonna bring up the PowerPoint?
Yeah,
Bring up the PowerPoint.
and let's bring up the PowerPoint, which I have right here.
I think I do pretty good, but
Not sure we have this correct. Let me do it again.
stuff will be large. And then I want to. Right.
Okay, we're gonna turn it over to for the meetings. We're gonna turn it over to Doug and to Kirk.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning on Zoom. As everybody knows, we have field day coming up. June 23rd to the 25th. Kurt is going to be our camping host, if you will, and he will be there. He will be there Thursday, and then Friday, and we'll talk about it. We'll get the crew together and get things set up, go buy food, this and that. This year, our main lunch will be on Saturday, the big meal. Everybody's welcome. Mr. Byerly is going to have a treat for us.
Okay.
We'll click on this, click on the, click on, there it goes. Okay, this year, unfortunately, although Jim was beating down the door to the park office, somebody beat him to the main campsite. We're at the equestrian area. So we have, there's a nice covered area. There's cooking facilities and barbecue pit. And we also have the large horse arena. So we have plenty of areas within 1,000-foot radius to put antennas. The plan would be on Friday, once we know who's coming, who's bringing equipment, who wants to operate, we'll kind of pick out antenna locations so that we don't have people talking all over each other. So that's the plan for the location. Schedule, Friday at noon will be set up. I'll have my truck. I think Mr. Byerly will have a truck. I need one more truck to meet us at the storage locker to grab everything. Bring it down and get set up. We'll have a kind of an informal dinner Friday night for the team who's there. Anybody else who's welcome, please sign up. So we have a food count. Again, Saturday morning, radio operations begin. Our big lunch at noon. And then we're going to do a new ham orientation. And Kurt, why don't you summarize that real quick? And
Sure. We're going to have a new ham orientation, which we've been doing all year this year since, every time we have a test, we do a new ham orientation. And so we're going to do the same thing this time, but the way this is going to work is it's not going to be any kind of formalized presentation. What it's going to be is if we see a new ham and you happen to be working the radio and they want to get on your radio, we at the planning team are going to kindly ask you if you'd like to help them get on the air for just a few minutes and borrow your radio just for a couple of minutes so they can make some contacts. And if you happen to be working in the extra band and they're just a technician, you get to be the control operator, but you get to help them out because that's part of our goal, right? Is to help each other. So if somebody on the planning team or somebody with a designated thing says with some sort of host thing says, hey, can you help so and so get on the air for just a couple of minutes? And we will not interrupt your QSO at the moment, but we'll say, tap you on the shoulder and say, hey, can you help? So please do that for them, and just don't be don't hog your own radio, please. And we're not asking you to vacate it, but and then so that'll be ongoing all afternoon, and well, that's pretty much it.
so operating plan. So we need to know about a week before if you and again sign up on the website, the banner. But if you plan to operate and bring equipment and what kind of antenna, whether it's a vertical, whether it's in 30B, unfed, whatever, whether you're going to hang it from a balloon, we just need to know that so we can kind of set the facility up. We are gonna have a band captain, and we do need one or more volunteers for that. They'll be responsible for handing out band signups. So if I come down, I've got to teach Saturday morning, but when I come down for lunch, if I want to operate 20 meters for a couple hours, I'm gonna have to sign up for 20 meters for a couple hours. Try to do something a little different here to minimize interference, to make sure people get a chance to operate and play. And we'll go from there. So again, let us know about a week prior at the latest, if you plan to bring equipment and what antenna.
I just want to say a week prior is 2 weeks from today. Actually, 2 weeks from yesterday.
Yep.
We're doing a walkthrough 2 weeks from today. Go ahead.
Okay, so in addition to what Kurt talked about, the sponsored lunch is Saturday. Please come down. Mr. Byerly's got some good sous vide tri-tip he's working on. I'm gonna rush down after I teach and try to get a sandwich, but we'll go from there. New ham orientation. We have scouting radio merit badge activities planned. We believe we're gonna have a whole herd of scouts who are gonna camp on their own and be self-sufficient, but they certainly want to get on the radio. They certainly want to see what's going on. We want to help them. We've talked about having a get on the air station. Tony might bring something up so we can have a station for non-hams, new hams, the dog, whoever wants to get on the radio, they can come down and get on the radio. We will have a SNARS raffle going on, and we'll have to talk about that because Saturday morning I can't get there till lunch, so we'll figure out how we handle that. And then, of course, the education and outreach activities are a big part of field day. Talking to the media, if any guests come, making them feel welcome. And by the way, we're not going to make any guests work in the kitchen unless they volunteer. So we're not going to capture guests and force them to work for the food. Okay, so we can use your help. We get points if we have a safety officer or officers. So, if you want to sign up, but you can only be there for part of Saturday and somebody else wants to sign up, we need safety officers. We'd like to have one or more people act as like an education ambassador. You get to be the person who walks up and taps Barry on the shoulder if he's there and says, Barry, give me your radio. I've got somebody who wants to get on the radio. Band captain or captains plural. Booth support, right? We're gonna have outreach. We're gonna flyers, people interested in ham radio, selling the raffle tickets, things like that. Cooking and cleanup help.
Somebody once told me the world is
Cooking, but we can use some more help with cooking and cleanup. And then, of course, set up and tear down. I've got a truck. John's got a truck, but we could use another truck to get it, everything down there. Kurt's got a cooler at his place. We got
If I let her sleep, she'll sleep till 11 or 12 o'clock, so.
the more the merrier. And then just general basic help. Somebody needs to put up an antenna and they make a couple
Yeah, I
bodies.
know.
So we can use your help. So please sign up and come down and have a good time.
Well, I don't know what she wants to do, so.
Everybody.
Okay, thanks. Couple things. Does anybody have a truck or is interested in maybe able to help out? Yes. I heard a yes. Something. Okay.
Yep, maybe.
Volunteer. Yes. To get hold of us, you can always send an email to snars@snars.org.
So we'll get it.
I just want to show one more screen.
Oh, okay.
But this is the SNARS. Well, let's go back one page. Let's go back here. So on snars.org,
Go, because I'm on
there's
a Zoom meeting right now.
the right here, the SNARS field day. Click on that, and it has all the information. The important one for us is sign up to attend. And in here, by the way, there's no fee to come, there's no fee for food, we're gonna provide it, but we need an accurate head count. And so it says when you'd be coming and how many people in your party, so we can plan accordingly on food. So that's an important thing. I have one question. Does anybody not know what field day is or have never been to one? Whoa, everybody's been to a field day. Okay, so we have at least one. Have you been to one or you don't know what it is? You know what it is? Okay, so let's just help her and everybody else out. ARRL, American Radio Relay League, has this they call field day. Think of it as a drill out in the field, although people can do it at home. Once for 24 hours, 11 o'clock Pacific on Saturday to 11 o'clock Pacific Sunday. All throughout the United States and Canada, they go out and ideally out in the field, they set up gear, and they practice, they help each other, they get on the radio, they mentor the elder, they have food, and they take care. So that's what it's about. Good. Any questions about field day, whether you do it with us at SNARS or anywhere else? Because you don't have to do it at SNARS, you do it anywhere. I've traveled before on a field day weekend, like I had to go to a wedding, so I went somewhere else. Yeah.
Question on logging. Doug, you said you got equipment or whatever, you let us know, but are you setting up a complete logging?
So, Mr. Shepherd has the computers, I believe, he's getting them all updated and set up, and we'll have laptops available for logging. We'll be using W7TA, and everybody's using N1MM. We can deal with the logs if you have them separately. We can combine them. So
If you submit your own logs, make sure that you, when it under the club, it's Sierra Nevada ARS. If you don't do that, it doesn't attach you to the club stuff.
If you're operating at home.
If you're operating at home, make sure that you put out Sierra Nevada ARS. And we'll make sure that that goes out.
Jim, if you can I bring your own computer for logging, where you must do what? Latest version of M1
Yes, you need to have the current version, which will come out on Tuesday, right before the field day. They have to update your Spider-Man to the current version. That'll be the big thing. Otherwise,
Thank you.
Okay, great. On this web, thank you, Jim, and thank you, Bob. On the website for SNARS, it has all the information on here. You can read all about it. Again, they're doing this year, instead of just doing a dinner, they're doing a lunch and a dinner. The lunch or the bigger is going to be the larger. When I say larger, I don't necessarily mean more food. I mean, let's have people come. What's happened in the past, and it's been okay, is that they had dinner, people came at 4:30 and then they have food and then they leave. So we're shifting it. We're gonna have food all the way along. But the idea is if we do a lunch, maybe over a longer period of time, maybe more people will come and be involved. Any other closing thoughts, Doug, or?
no, just come out and have some fun. We do need, we always need some help. Whether it's an hour here, an hour there, help in the kitchen, clean up, whatever. Please, otherwise, come enjoy it.
And before I get to you, real quick, if you want to come grab a camping spot, there are plenty of spaces that we can park campers and tents. So we got that space as well. Yeah, so we'll overtake the equestrian center.
We've got plenty of room for parking and camping.
That's two things about the equestrian center. One is originally it was like not the desired place. We always do the other one. But having shifted it, and John and some other people have been down, they checked it out. The information is it might actually be a better location, more places to spread out, not against the hill. So it will be interesting to see how. Any thoughts on that, John? Yeah, the nice thing about the equestrian camping area, the equestrian group use area, is that we're further down towards the guy that has the big farm with all the deer. And the nice thing about that is we're not crammed up against that damn bridge that Dave Metz lives up on. So we should have much better takeoff for, and I think we'll probably get better operating conditions. Okay, great. The thing is, Robin, since you're new to this and everybody else, field day is whatever you want it to be. Some people want to get together and hang out with their friends. Some want to learn. Some want to have some food. Some want to go down to the lake. Some want to operate. You can make it anything you want it to be. Our whole idea is to make it inclusive and fun, and just have a great time. If you're down there, shoot some pictures with your camera. We'll get the pictures to your newsletter editor. For the people on Zoom, any questions from y'all? Okay. So I think the last thing I want to say, I think it's the last thing, we'll see. Doug mentioned that 2 weeks before we need to know who's coming as far as the gear. And we need to know the food at least 2 days before. So if you're gonna sign up and you're gonna bring gear and antennas and radios and whatever, you need to do it by the Friday, the 16th. We're doing a site walkthrough on the 17th at 4:30 in the afternoon for half hour, an hour. When I say walkthrough, it depends who else is there. We're gonna figure some things out. But we'd like you to sign up ahead of time if you're gonna bring equipment. We've always done 7A, which means 7 transmitters. A is 12 and a battery. That way there's plenty of choices. Anything closing? We good?
We'll get word out if you've signed up to help. We'll invite you down to the meeting on the 17th. That's be where we'll kind of discuss.
Good. Well, I lost the internet for a second. So this completes today's presentation on June the 3rd, 2023 about field day. Hopefully everybody will get on the air and we'll see you out at a field day or hear you on the air.